Welcome back to my channel, friends. Today I am doing a front porch refresh. We live in the country and everything gets so dirty, and I know it'll get dirty so quickly even after cleaning it, but it really just needed to be done and getting ready for summer. So come along with me today and we will do a front porch refresh, a tour of the finished product. And I'd also like to give you guys a peek at all of our pets out here in the country. So stay tuned. I wanted to pop in here really quickly and tell Kristen Hoffman thank you for giving a shout out to my channel 2 weeks ago. And I would love it if you guys would go and subscribe to her channel and tell her that I sent you. I think you'll love it. I was on such a mission to get the front of our house cleaned up that I failed to get a before picture. But I am hoping with this little glimpse of these videos you will see that it was bad and it needed to be done. I do not normally get on my hands and knees and scrub the outside porch, but in this case it really did call for it because it was so filthy and it came so clean. I was very pleased. Notice the container on the left has some green growing out of it, and we had planted what we thought was beefsteak tomatoes inside that pot. But since it started growing, we've realized it's actually corn. I'm not sure how well it's going to do in there, but I guess we'll find out. Apparently the package was labeled wrong. I have had this bird feeder sitting in my garage for over a year. Finally, I went and bought some bird seed and decided it was time to hang it. The sad part is that it was so heavy, it didn't even last 10 minutes. The handle broke and it fell down and spilled the seed all over the place. So it's just sitting on a table, but the birds still come and eat out of it. We've had this bench for several years and I love it because it is a 2-in-1. The back of it turns flat to make into a table. We have 4 dogs, 10 chickens, and 1 cat. This is one of our dogs and we named him Cowboy. He's a Jack Russell Terrier and he's so jealous when you give all the other animals some love and not him. One of the things we love about living here is we are right next door to my grandpa and grandma. My grandpa is 89 and he has planted many a thing in his life, and I knew he had planted potatoes. We decided to plant some this year, so I thought I'd walk across and ask him, how exactly do you plant potatoes?
Coming up.
All right. I just thought I'd check.
You just got the eyes on them. I'm telling you, Daddy had his kids and all was sitting there. We planted 6 acres.
Oh my goodness.
And then whenever sat him over there, he started sounding about the potato shed. That guy said, I'll tell you, there's nobody who grows potatoes like Mr. Hill.
Well, that was good.
Big, and of course they didn't run very big, and they like it's more medium foot size, because people average use it. But I tell you, it was the breedingest crop and a half you ever seen.
Well, we're putting ours down, so we'll see.
How many you doing? I heard, was that y'all weed eating out there?
Yeah. 25. I got 25 to put in.
Oh. I put a 50 in, I think, but that's up to you. How far you
Well,
putting them apart?
that's what I don't know. We never done it before.
Oh, I just put them maybe 6 inches, 6 or 8 inches apart down the row.
Well, I don't, they're not in the ground. I'm just doing them in that bathtub.
Oh.
So I was just going to put 25 in there and see what happens.
Yeah, I just got them around or whatever. You just flood irrigate that anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Main thing is, can that water run out of that bathtub that drains it open the bottom of it?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Grandpa told us that once the potatoes grew eyes, that you could plant them and they would grow more. So a few weeks ago, I bought a bag of organic potatoes and I left them in the cabinet until they grew eyes. Then I cut them up to where each cutting has at least one eye, and I came out with 25, and so now we're fixing to plant them. My husband was like me. He was on a mission, so I did not get any video of him actually planting the potatoes. 2022 is the very first time we have ever planted a garden. In February, we did that. I had written down in my garden journal what was planted where, but I had never labeled them, and we started having sprouts come up and I couldn't remember what was growing. So I decided it was time to label what we had planted. Here's a little peek of my grandpa's cattle. My son recently bought a Brittany Spaniel and named him Trip. Poor little Trip caught parvo somehow, and he miraculously made it through thanks to the good vets. And he's getting better, and actually he's completely better and thriving, but he just looks so sad in this video. For my daughter's birthday, she got a new kitten and she named her Angel. I think she's so pretty. In case you're new here, this was a garage that we converted into a home for us on my grandpa's property. It sits right next to the neighbors' almond trees that they just planted this year. And that is our outdoor seating area. It is not cleaned up yet, but it will be soon. But this is our view from our home. We always have a pile of shoes by the door, and there are stickers, so we need slip-on shoes to keep our feet safe. I found that galvanized tub when we were cleaning up around the house and decided that would be a good thing to hold our shoes. And it actually has worked from keeping the dogs from chewing our shoes. So I'm so glad I decided to move that there. Now here is Princess. She's half Jack Russell and half Beagle, and she is a hunter. I was videoing her and I turned it off too soon, but she took off and bolted for the backfield to go catch something. Here is a peek at our chickens. We do have one chick that hatched, but I have yet to see it. He's always hidden. I have chicken trauma, if that's a thing. Roosters scare me half to death, so I stay away from the chickens, and the kids and my husband take care of gathering the eggs. When we converted this garage into a home, it worked out perfectly to put this back door in my boys' room, which is really great for them. It gives them some independence to come and go from their room as they please. This bathtub was another thing we found while cleaning up around the house. And I do remember so well my grandma had flowers growing in it. And I just love that she used an old tub for that. She also had an old pedestal sink and a toilet, and she had just a little garden growing in it. So we moved it over here and planted our potatoes in it. We just love living in the country. It's so quiet and so peaceful, and you feel so safe. I don't know how else to explain it. But once you've lived there, there's just nothing like it. And we feel so blessed to be able to be here next to my grandpa and grandma and my dad. And then my brother lives a field away, so we're all real close, and we love that. There are still so many things to do on the outside of the house. The inside is done, but we'd love to do some sort of fence and maybe plant some fruit trees later. But there's still time to do it.